So we still have a chance for repeating, yeah?
Today is the last day. On
Oh, so we won't get a chance to repeat?
no,
Artiban, you got
sorry,
to do it. You got
but
to crack it today, huh?
but
Wow.
no, but today, I mean,
Rambai.
no,
Very
we
sweet.
yeah. See, I mean, at this point, we will do the best, and we will have to move forward. We can't, hold.
Ah, it's true. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Old pattern, we are like others we would progress. So, but on the other hand, you can catch up on the thing. We all will move forward. I mean, we really don't want to leave anybody behind. But I want to be tough in the beginning only because we want to understand that this is serious business. So it is like exercise, right? So workout is जब तक करोगे तब तक अच्छा है. The moment you stop, the effect of the workout stops dropping. So you can, by doing workout, we can put something in the bank, but the moment you stop it, it starts, withdrawing from the bank, and then we are back into school. So this is exactly like that. So physical practice is exactly like that. You have to constantly do it. In fact, if you go back to, let's say, Sonu Nigam or something, before they record a song, a 5 minute song, believe me, he spends the whole. I mean, you should look at his interviews. His, like Shreya Ghoshal, they spend the whole night, riyaz, and then they record. Then they keep recording. They're recording Riyaz. Yeah, chalte rehte. And then they eventually take a few shots and then they mix and everything. I mean, they don't do one take, right? But regardless, the point is that the Riyaz helps a lot to do a performance. It's very, very important to understand because it keeps your mind in those notations ka zone. It is like remaining on the highway and not taking the exit. You're constantly remaining on the highway because if you take the exit, you're out of the main path, right? So you want, by doing the riyaz, it will constantly keep you on the zone of the notes that you should, because your voice will automatically not pick a note that is outside of the zone. So anyway, I think we have started the recording. I think then bye for all being punctual. So we can go ahead and start. I think the others will join and. Maybe, should we start with Subhati Ben?
Hmm? No, Bhakti Ben.
First. Just relax. Don't worry. This is not like make or break deal. Ramesh bhai, if you want to go ahead because you have, if you want to relax before the.
Let me get it out my system, so I'll feel better, Yeah.
Well, I mean, you are the opening batsman, Gavaskar. So this is not.
Rambai, before I start, I'll just do straight Sare Gama once and then I'll start anyway, yeah?
It is always like that.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
If you see my recording, you always do that first.
Okay, brilliant. In that case, I'm sorted. Thank you.
Yeah, so you have to put your mind into a zone. So
Yeah.
you don't put in test, but when you practice, always just listen to the entire Saregama. Take your time. Don't rush. We all can wait. Okay.
Okay. Do I start then?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And everybody can mute, please.
Shruti, I'm starting. Okay.
Kya baat hai. That is sixer. That is truly a sixer. See, yeah. So let me ask you this. Before you go, do you? So when you play the keyboard like this, you listen and play. Do you realize that your voice is as close? You start enjoying the fact that your voice is blending with the sa, with the re, with the ga, with the ma. You're not standing out. You're actually dissolving into that sound, and you will start enjoying, because as you start doing alankar, more and more complicated alankar, you will realize that your voice is indistinguishable from the keyboard, and that is what is makes it interesting, because you are invisible to the ear, and though you are doing it loud, so this is great. This is really great, loud, and to get to a perfection, it takes time. It takes years. People do riyas for years before. So, like I said, our teacher for Alankar, before you do any of the rags, it's 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years they stay in just Saregama Padanisa. That's it. All different combinations. Believe me, it's so complex that it will take years to get out of the Saregama Padanisa. This one may sound simple, but this is the basic, right? It's like ABC, right? I mean, once you start now making combination of the words, the sentences, the stories, the songs with the same alphabets, right? The alphabet is still the same. It becomes very, very interesting, and you'll start, enjoying it more and more and more. Good. So this is good. We are done.
I'm done, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'll tell you what, can you please excuse me? I've got a couple of things to do before the show begins in 45 minutes. I've got to redo the whole, reshift the whole thing to my place. So can you excuse me, please? Yeah. So I'm done.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you even joined, because I thought you would send me the.
I can say this was stressing me out, when I thought I wanted to get it out of the system. I said, anyway, I'm glad it's all done now. But anyway, please join us in the show this evening. Yeah. Thank you. Bye now.
Good luck.
Right after this. Yeah.
Bye now.
All right. So that was a good start. I'm happy. Who else? Who wants to go? Okay, Madhuben. Sorry, Bharathiben, you want to go? Either of you can.
No problem.
Madhuben can go. I'll go afterwards.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Rambai, can you tell me if this sounds okay?
And again, like Ramesh bhai, if you want, since you're playing the keyboard,
yeah,
you can play the Aro and the Auro and then start.
Okay.
And typically it is whenever you do, Aro and Auro, it's tough to keep your eyes, eyes closed, because you're not used to playing the keyboard by eyes closed. At some point you will be, because the focus is on the hearing. No, because the focus should be on hearing, not seeing. Because the song is all about sound, not about hearing.
Yeah, like you said, when you're actually playing it, you try and blend your voice in it. And I was trying this afternoon, so let's see.
Yeah, sure. So just play the Aro and the Auro, and then do it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
Good. I'm so pleased to hear this quality of testing thing, because you need this for the next Needs to
That's
learn.
right. Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, no matter what stage we are in, it will become better by practice. I mean, so we don't have to worry what state we are in. But this is good for sure. Yeah.
The number of times I've gone for harmonium classes, and I always thought it's not meant for me. I can't do it.
Well, actually, the beauty of the harmonium class is, in as much as you may not think that, I mean, so you may think that it's not for you and everything,
Yeah.
but if you like singing and if you want to do alankars, that will force you to learn. Without knowing, you will learn harmonium because the sound of Saregama Padanisa will like this, right? So the fact that you want to sing Saregama Padanisa correctly and you want to hear the harmonium sound like you will automatically learn harmonium without even knowing that it is difficult. Then you will think that it is easy because of the fact that you love singing, the harmonium will come with you. I mean, to play harmonium for a song is a different game, like Ramesh Bhai does or Nitin Bhai does. So that's a different game. But to learn for alankar, it is not really rocket science. But if you don't blend your voice and match with the thing, then harmonium playing will appear tough. You know.
Okay, can I ask one question off the lesson? You know, हम बोलते हैं कि I am at is it mandra or madhyam?
Yeah.
Safed che, which is the first sa of the second
Correct.
saptak. Yeah. But how do we arrive to that number? That's what I was trying to figure out.
For that, you will have to see my class 1 and class 2.
Acha, okay, all right, okay, that's fine. Just curious.
Yeah. It's all explained in class 1 and class 2. See, this is why class recordings are important to go through. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Bharti man.
Okay, I'm going to play first, so please let me know if the sound is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good, except so I was wondering, is there a way to increase the volume a little bit or no? If you can't, it's okay. I mean, so is there a way to increase the volume of the instrument?
I will try.
Yeah. No. So the instrument has a volume, right?
Yeah, I can have my mic a little bit here.
Oh,
Maybe.
not the mic. The instrument. The instrument that you're playing has a volume, right? So it's in max volume already?
It is on maximum.
Okay. Then don't worry. Just go for it.
Now, I'm going to start now. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, mi, sa, sa, re, I could hear some hissing sound, so I couldn't concentrate properly. Is that
It sounded good to us.
there is some hissing sound? It stopped now.
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah, there was, but it wasn't your voice or anything. I think there was just this in the Zoom, in the system.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't. But was I okay? Otherwise, I can.
Yeah, you sounded okay.
Yeah, you sounded okay. There is something that all of us, as you learn singing, have to learn is to hold the note. Meaning, like once you say sa, the sa should sound just one. I mean, see, if you look at the keyboard, it just holds the sound. The saw doesn't drop or doesn't go up. It's like flat. But once you hit the sound, and इसके लिए breathing technique और वो सब करके बाद में ये sound को so the sa doesn't sound like re, or the sa should not sound like the lower knee, you know. So for example, if you're doing ma, it should not at some point sound like ga, or it should not sound like pa at some point. You know, so it should remain ma. And this is like all of us have to practice to make sure that we feel like so the notes don't go up and down. It takes practice, and we all have to do it. And that we'll talk some of these techniques when we get into more and more of the alankar, because this has to be learned early on and not later, okay, as you practice. So,
Otherwise, I was okay.
yeah, so it was good. And for all of us, practice will make it perfect. But I think it's good enough that we can move to the next.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Who wants to? Yes, Suresh bhai.
Sorry, I have to leave early, so I'm going.
Oh, please. Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'll try.
First, yes, Suresh bhai. First, take out the nervousness out of the thing, because there is nothing to be afraid of. You have not done anything wrong in life. So let Dale Carnegie say, stop worrying and start living. You know.
Thank you.
And one thing I will suggest to take the nervousness, I mean the anxiety, not really nervous, anxiety out of it, is the Sarigama Padanisa, the up and the down, play once or twice. Let it go on. Don't try to sing. Let the thing go on, and the third round or something, you start doing it, because then you will realize that you will be more at ease. The mind will automatically, because it would have registered the thing. Don't try to sing right from the beginning. Okay.
I don't have a split screen, so I'll be on another screen.
You don't just play it, because you want to play the keyboard, right? Or I mean the recorded one,
no,
right?
not the keyboard. The sargam that you gave us.
Yeah, correct. So let the sargam do one or two loop, and when your mind is comfortable, then start from the thing, and don't start from the upper sa. Like always start from the lower sa. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. Suresh Bhai, what I would suggest is listen to the recording of the last class of the same thing and listen to yours now. You would see that you are not hearing so you don't hear for every note, you don't hear two sounds. You hear kind of as close to the keyboard as possible. So such a drastic improvement. Do you think that by playing, twice without singing helped?
Yes, yeah, I did. Yes. Yeah,
Exactly.
because you get into that rhythm.
Exactly. So it is like a cycle. So
Yeah.
it's like a cycle. Let it go, and then join. So you are in the rhythm. Like otherwise, you think that you're jumping on a running train.
Yeah.
So jumping on a running train is always a challenge. At some point, you have to do that.
Yeah.
At some point you have to do that. But by then, you would have been practicing so much that you can literally jump anywhere to anywhere. And that is the whole point of Alankar. The whole point of Alankar is to switch from the notes from pretty high to pretty low, to speed to slow, and all these different kinds of things. So this is good. Just listen to it. I'm not saying just for the sake of saying. You listen to it, you will know the difference between the last class. I'm so happy that you spent time and repeated and did it. This is really good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll stay for a while and then I'll go away.
Yeah, please, sure. Who wants to go next? Yes, yes, Vandana.
Yeah, I'm coming on your show the first time. I mean live, but I've been hearing you, so
Okay.
hopefully it goes okay, right? Thank you. Here we go.
Again, are you playing the keyboard or you're playing the recording?
I'm playing harmonium, live harmonium to yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So do Aro and Aro once or twice. I mean, as much as you want. And then start. Since you're doing for the first time and you're listening, still I will tell you every key press and then join. You listen to the
Yeah.
note and then join after a second or so. Okay.
Okay. I'll just play the sarigama first, and then I'll. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, good. Good. The only thing I would suggest is, I mean, it was good, and obviously practice will make it perfect. I didn't find anything major except that, like I would say that, like I said, always hold it for a second or two before you jump in, because the mind always lets you do jump because. But the thing is, until your mind is perfect enough to jump right to the note, because once you make a mistake of the note of jumping in, then it is difficult to correct. On the fly. And the problem with that is once your mind is tuned to ray to a specific frequency, then your GA will be shifting to, based on the ray that you picked. It is like a ladder, right? So once you put 1 inch above, the next ladder also will put an inch above, and then so the whole thing will shift by an inch. So to change will be difficult. And so initial practice is always a good idea to do for this specific one. Next alankars you don't have the luxury to do that, but for this alankar you have.
So just I'll just show you. That's what you mean, like.
Correct.
want me to take a
Yeah.
gap, a small gap on that?
You can keep as long as you want, and also the other thing, I mean, this for all of us, is always start with a lower volume.
Yeah.
Because as when your volume is low, you can hear the sound that you are trying to hit to. So not only you're hearing, but you are, see, even you're starting with a lower volume and then increasing the volume, because this way you know that you're relatively on the dot. It is like entering a highway. I mean, we won't enter the highway at 60 miles, right? Because you'll enter from a yield and you'll enter exactly the same thing. There is no difference. You always enter slow and then pick up speed, of course. I mean, the whole point is to be at higher speed, but the volume, don't enter with a higher volume, because that is all required. Obviously, for a song, it's required. If you're a song like so you have to start with E, right? You have to bang. There's no time to come slow or anything. So that is different. But right now, when you practice, so you want to make sure that is there, and at some point, you don't need all those gap and everything.
Sometimes bingo. So it's like from the first star, it goes a very slow star, and then obviously I see the last star is going to peak. It goes on the peak. Me
Right.
and star goes on the peak, and then you go on the peak, and then you go lower back and back to the lower scale of the star.
Right.
I get it. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. No problem. All right. Yes. Yes, Davindiben. Relax, Davindiben. So I know you have been not feeling well, but I'm really hats off to you for coming and doing this. That shows the commitment you always have.
But that's fine. If I find it difficult, then I'll just stop anyway.
Yeah. Please don't stress your voice, because
Yeah.
it's important to protect the throat. If you want, the other thing, like one way to reduce stress on the throat is to reduce the volume. The same, for example. So, I can do like this. You can do high volume, or you can do low volume. So I'm still doing the same thing, but I'm not stressing the throat as much.
Perfect.
So you can do that, and like everybody, if you want to run
I think that
once or
sounds
twice,
good,
yeah.
because this afternoon I've been trying it out that way. Let it be, and
Okay.
then okay.
That was nice. See, I don't, frankly, I don't have to tell that it was good, because your ears will tell if
Yeah.
you're off, you're not off. Because my teacher was very particular that if I sing a song, she wants me to tell what is wrong. She doesn't want to point the mistake. If you cannot point the mistake, that means I can't listen properly. If I can't listen properly, you better close your eyes, start listening. Listening to the song and identify the mistake. Yourself identify the mistake, then only you can fix it. If I tell you that you're doing a mistake, then you need to know where the mistake is, and then there's a lot of effort required to correct it.
Yeah.
But when you develop an ear for the music, you will know that you're going wrong, and you can correct it.
Yeah, that's how I
While
felt.
practicing, not in the class, while practicing. Yeah.
Yeah, this
So,
afternoon I was doing it, and I did so many times, and I could tell where
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going
yeah,
wrong and
yeah.
how.
Yeah, frankly, you surprised me first of all by coming and doing it, because knowing that you have a throat in a cough and everything, right?
Chest
So I
infection. It's not
but-
going, not going. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, and also the weather is now becoming colder, and everything, right?
Be fine.
So-
Hopefully, yeah, soon.
Yeah. So that was good. So you're done. I mean, today's practice really, of all the days, like I think today's has because I really don't have any way to tell you, okay, we'll do it next time, kind of a thing. It's very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. Who else? Meenakshi, man, you want to do it? Or you're done like already?
मैं दे दूं?
हाँ, या अगर आप ready है तो
Yeah, I'm ready. Yes.
you're going to use your keyboard or recorded
Yeah.
keyboard? Yeah. So एक दो बार अगर आपको वो करना है, Arav and Avrav, and then you want to do it.
No. मैं ठीक हूँ. Okay.
Yeah. Do it at least once. This way your
Yeah.
ear gets used to it. Yeah.
ठीक है?
Fairly good.
Thank you.
Fairly good. See, most people have a difficulty in the upper scale. Matlab, when you tend to read the upper sa, because it is the upper sa is the frequency is higher, right? So and that range, everybody. So it will be like a plane. It will go like this, and then it will start tapering down. It should be continuing to go like this, but except that you usually slowly it is becoming like flatter kind of a thing. But it should be going straight up. But it's a challenge, and that is why practice is there. It's like endurance in swimming, right? So as you keep doing more and more and more and more swimming, you can last longer and longer and longer. There is no magic. I say ek do din mein ya ek hafte mein ya do class, like a 1 month class is not going to get there. But it is important to make sure that I understand that you understand the importance of this. This is not just like a parrot saying saregama. So uske liye to class ki zarurat nahi hai. You can just read a thing and you're done, right? But it's about matching the sound of the thing and also picking the right sound for you, because everybody has a different saregama padan is a scale, right? Because the starting point of everybody is different. So just want to make sure that we are all on the same page. And you, because it will hurt your throat if you pick something wrong, or you will struggle because we have about 25 to 30 alankars, complex alankars coming up. So if you pick the wrong scale, you'll be constantly struggling, either stressing out because you picked a higher scale, or stressing down because low. I mean, for example, if you want to sing like Lata Mangeshkar, it's one thing, it's tough, but it is equally difficult to sing like KL Cycle, at a pretty low level, or old Mukesh song, very very old Mukesh song, right? Because where the frequency is very low. So either scale is. So you want to make sure that you have picked the right spot for yourself. So this is good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? I think Indraben, you already are done, but I'm not sure if you want. Oh, sorry. And Shakuntala Ben, you are. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead in Shakuntala Ben? Yeah. Sure. So are you going to play the keyboard? Yourself?
No, Guruji, I'm going to play what you have sent it to me.
Okay. Sure.
Is it okay?
Anything is fine, but as long as you, yeah.
Thank you.
And like play up once and then.
Sorry, can you hear me, Guruji? Can you hear? Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa da pa ma ga re sa.
Wonderful, very good. This was a pretty nice. Yeah.
Was it okay, Rambai?
Excellent, very very good.
Thank you.
And I can feel that the upper side is very very comfortable for you. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as the alankars go up to the upper re and upper ga, you will be fine. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All I can say, Rambai, that I've learned something new, which of course my previous teacher told me, but I completely forgot, that it always is better to listen to it first and then you put your swaras on that note.
Absolutely.
And I actually tried this afternoon as well. And I was going to request you that, Rambai, is it possible for me to listen to it first and then sing? And you
Yeah.
just said it. So I was so happy. I thought that, well, this is work now. So thank you so much.
Yeah. It is. It is. Yeah. It's
It does work.
important to feel the flow first,
Yes.
and then jump into the river. Not directly jump on the
Yes.
moving water, which is not a good idea, right? So
Thank you
I
so
think,
much. Thank you.
yeah. And also another important thing is listening is important, but when you are practicing at home, it is extremely crucial to close your eyes and listen. because you don't, when you're when you're listening, especially while practicing, it is fine, because while practicing your mind will automatically shut off everything else. But while listening, because the eyes can keep looking at different things, right? So while listening, it is important to close your eyes, because your ears then will focus on only the sound,
Yes.
only the sound, and you can internally hum the notes.
Yes.
Every note you can hum. So now you're actually singing without really singing,
Yes.
because internally you're singing. You can do the entire. I mean, I listened to a Shreya Ghoshal like interview, there's so much to learn. The techniques of the thing. She says that when you're practicing, never, she has been told, and she never uses higher volume to practice, because the number of practice is so much for one's, for Mere Dolna, it was something like, for her, back and back, something like 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, imagine Shreya Ghoshal practicing for 6 weeks for the song. I mean, right? I mean, we did for 9 weeks, but you see, imagine she practicing for 6 weeks, intense practice to deliver that song. So she says, obviously, I can't be singing for 6 weeks the same song. My throat will be gone, right? It's gone. So it's about singing without singing. And how do you do that, actually? And this is about solid focus and listening to the song with 100% focus on the song, and internally only humming, and then coming out with the song, once in 3 or 4 practice. So you're actually, listening 3-4 times, then singing once, 3-4 times, and singing once, and something like that. So it's not like back to back doing, 40-50, practice of the song, because that will really damage the throat. Yeah. So hence listening is very important in singing. I mean, it's true that old rishis ka bhi hai na. You have to listen. बात कम करना चाहिए. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but बात कम करना चाहिए और सुनना ज़्यादा चाहिए, right? So yeah. Okay. So anybody else? Like, I think Indraben, I know you are done, but I'm wondering if you want to do it, or you don't need to. Since you're joined, I was asking.
I'll do one.
So you want to do it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, my microphone was on for a few seconds while you were the initial part of your thing. But this was great. This is great. I mean, you all should listen to the recording so that you know how you sounded. Not when you were practicing, but actual recordings on how it sounded to us, to the others, right? Just listen to your recording and you will understand that it was really nice today. And glad that people are getting it. So it isn't, Sarigama sounds simple, but it is not really simple when you get down to the if you look at Mozart ka thing, the entire thing is just Sarigama Padanisa. There is no other words other than Sarigama Padanisa. But even to do one of his things, it can be so tough, right? So okay, so I think any other questions, anybody?
So
Okay,
is it
so
going, is it going to be Mondays or Fridays now? Mondays, isn't it?
Monday. No, the Fridays are only because of the
Because
test.
of the extra. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Shakuntala, when you're saying something, you're related. Yeah, everybody can unmute. Just-
Rambhai, I was definitely okay, or
Yeah, definitely. I told you, no? That's fine. You can listen to the recording. It's all good. And I'm happy that finally people have started following, listening, waiting, playing. See, this is where now you will understand why I recorded Sa long, everything long.
I did wonder, Rambai, why have you repeat, and then it made sense once I was practicing. Yeah, let sing a little, or maybe not, and then maybe not, and then suddenly you just want to, because you're listening to the first two.
Correct, exactly.
While
And this is
practicing.
exactly because see, later you will do something like this. Later, but that's later. Directly, you can't hit a four, right? In cricket, you just play first one at a time. Yeah. So yeah, yes, Shagul.
Rambai, the recording that you very kindly sent it to us, I'm trying to look at the date, the very recent one. It's this one where you said that we should. That was how you were practicing. So
Yeah, that is not for
yeah,
you.
which is quite interesting. It was quite interesting. So I wasn't sure whether you wanted us to practice on that as well.
No. No. That will defeat the purpose. That is to show the style of what you should do
Okay.
while practicing. Meaning,
Okay.
so what you do while practicing is to play it first without singing,
Yeah.
then start playing, and for each play you listen, then you jump into the note, and all that kind of thing that I mentioned in the thing. Yeah. So
Okay.
that is
An
not for you.
example.
It's just to show how
Yeah,
to practice.
example.
Don't hurry. Don't hurry.
Yeah. I'm very sorry, Rambai. It says at the bottom, note the very first note is just a humming for sa and not sa. So
Correct.
when I read that,
Yeah.
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 So
I mean, it
can
is.
you explain to me? I was a little bit lost.
Right. No. Yeah, I'm glad you're asking because probably nobody asked. So it is like this. So before you do, say even this sa, right? It is good. It is always good to see sa is a base. If a base shifts by even a fraction, ray will shift, everything will shift. You don't have to say that, because the mind will automatically, remain up. So you always do first. Do that, and then.
That's what
So first sa is just like a tuning, it's like a starter. Like, although you listen to the whole thing, but before you do the whole thing, just do the sa, just set it yourself, and then play sa again. Then you do saregamapadhanisa. Yeah. It is
basically we have to sustain the sa. That's what
all
you're saying.
trigger. Yeah, it's all basically to tell your mind that this is where your starting point is, and you hit the starting point. So that is all the goal. If you can already do that, you really don't need any of that. You don't need the initial time, but that's really needs a lot of practice. Yeah. And I can bet the Mondays, Alankars and everything, you will start loving it because now you will start hearing tunes. So those two are not just plain, but this was important. So we'll get to the two Alankars, and then we'll do 2 to 3 Alankars per class after that. Yeah, after that. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Before, if not, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining.